Welcome to the day 7 of our 30 days AI automation challenge. This is what we are going to be building for today. We're going to be building a simple customer support agent that can help us, represent us, and answer our customers when we are not around. Of course, when you go to different websites, you see that AI actually helps to respond to customer inquiries. So you can go there and begin to ask an AI, I want this product, and the AI responds to you automatically without the owner's presence. So this is how to set it, and we're going to be learning how to set it here. Of course, at the end of the day, we are going to test it if it is working. So this is exactly what we're going to be learning. So from the on-chat message to the AI, and then we're going to be servicing it with almost each of these things here. So we'll be following this roadmap to build it. And we are going to still use our n8n that is locally, we are going to be using the n8n in the cloud. Is that okay? You can still use the one on the local, is that okay? But in the next class, which is the day 8, I'm going to show you how to actually create your credentials and OpenAI keys to start using the one on the local without any problem. But for now, we'll still use the one on the cloud. If I say the one on the cloud, I mean the one on the website. Is that okay? Just the one we did from the second, the way we registered directly. So if you come here, let's start building the automation. So the first thing here is you want to put an on-chat message. So we click on it, and of course we did this in the last class, so we'll just open it, and then this is the test URL, and but let's scroll down and leave it. The mode should be on chat, alright, hosted chat rather. The authentication, we also leave it here. We don't want anybody to start logging in or doing something before accessing the AI. We want it to be without any issues. So here is the initial message. I'm also going to change this. Of course, we changed it in the last class. So my name is Dennis. All right, so my name is Dennis, or you can just say my name is Dennis. That's the AI itself representing. My name is Dennis. I am your AI automation assistant, right? Then you can now say, how can I help you? Let me correct this. AI, not AI animation, please. AI automation. I didn't spell it correctly. AI automation. Please be careful with whatever you are doing here, because whatever you are doing here will be what the user will be seeing, and you don't know the kind of users that will come to your website. So all this grammatical error may actually cause an issue. Is that okay? So my name is Dennis. I am your AI automation assistant. How can I assist you today? So that is all. You can just leave it here. If you want to execute it, you can execute it, but for this particular step, we don't want to execute it yet, and we can now click on close. You can see that we now have our chat message here. So look at what we are currently building. So let's just go straight to the point. We have added the trigger, and let's now start building the automation. So to do that, we'll come here, and the next thing we need to do is an AI agent. Now there's a difference between an AI agent and OpenAI. AI agent works more better. Let's choose this one first. Let's choose this one, and you can see AI agent is more deep than OpenAI. OpenAI is just from ChatGPT. Then AI agent does more work, deeper work. Is that okay? That's why we are picking it. So we will still even put ChatGPT under the AI agent. So don't worry. If you check this image, you can see that we have ChatGPT under it. So this one will do more work, and that's why it gives us the leverage to put all of this. ChatGPT might not give us this leverage. Is that okay? So that's why we're using AI agent. So if you come here, you can see connected to chat trigger. So just leave it like that. Leave everything like this, and so leave everything like this as it is, and then we need to add an option. So let's click on add an option, and we need to add a system image, a system message. Is that okay? Remember, even when we're building from the other one, we also talked about a system message. That is the information that we want the AI agent to actually know about us. So we are going to now put our system prompt. Now understand something here. The system prompt must be deep. The system prompt should be something that the system prompt must cover everything about your business, because the AI needs to understand what you do in order to use that information to now respond to users. So if your information is not deep, the AI will not know what to respond. It may respond randomly and not that deep. So that's why your information needs to be deep. and don't just type random thing here. So look at the prompts I'm going to give to it. I'll come to this ChatGPT and I generated a prompt. I'll actually show you how to generate it. See how I generated it. I say I want you to write it. I go to ChatGPT and told ChatGPT I want you to write me a detailed prompt to give to my AI agent in the AI automation that I'm building. I own Express Tech Academy, and we teach all kinds of digital skills, more than 30 skills, both online and offline in Abuja, Moria Plaza. The prompt should be detailed, covering about us, prices, everything. Just look at the way I do it here, and then it generates me all these prompts that you are seeing here. So all I have to do is just copy the prompt. Is that okay? Copy the prompt. It demonstrates everything. It's telling the AI everything about my business, so that even if students come and say I need a price for cybersecurity, because the AI already has that price within the system prompt, it will now be able to fetch that information and give to it. Is that okay? So your prompt must be detailed. So I'll put this prompt in the video description for or for learning purposes. Is that okay? For learning purposes. But in case you can't find it, I've just shown you how to generate it yourself. Okay, let's come back to here, and then we have already choose system prompts, and let's expand it. Let's come to expression and then expand it. All right, so we can delete this, then paste it again to expression and expand it so that I can be able to there. So let me edit some things here. It's having some of these things here. So below is all this one here is, let me delete this. It was generated from ChatGPT, of course. Even this one, let me delete this and say you are the official. All right, if you want to delete all these bullets here, it's not so important. You can delete all of them. But for now, let's leave it. It does not matter like that. But please, in your own case, you can delete it. Then this last one where ChatGPT say if you reply with the details, I also delete it and ensure that everything is okay. Once everything, the prompt is okay, we can now close it. Is that okay? And now come down. So I think with that, this is only the system prompts that we need. So we are done, and we can now click on here. So we now have the ChatGPT here. So don't worry that it's still showing this. When we refresh and finish everything, it will work. Is that okay? Remember, we are going to test everything we are doing. Now the system prompts actually brought in almost these things here. So this is the agent, rather, not the system prompt. The agent needs a chat model, it needs a memory, and it needs a tool. If you check this, what we are trying to build here, this is what we have: chat model, memory, and a tool. Is that okay? Now for the chat model, that is now the AI that you want to use. So we need an OpenAI. So we click on this, of course, to add our notes. I will now have OpenAI, and they will now have Open Chat Model, or OpenAI, of course, this chat model here. And then you can now see that it has opened for us. Now from here, you can now choose the one that is having the free account. Is that okay? The free account that we already have. In the next class, I'm going to show you how to actually build, actually create your own OpenAI key. So for now, we are still using the OpenAI free credit. So from here, we can also see the model. Remember, the model I've explained it in the last class. So just choose any model. So even 4.1 mini will be enough for me, but you can choose 5, no problem. But I just choose 4.1 mini. Is that okay? Now let's come down, and you can see all of these things here. That's all. So right, so we are done with this. No need to add anything. So let's just close it, because we are done with this ChatGPT. Now we are done with this one. All right, so let me remove it to this side. The next thing is now to put a memory. What is the function of a memory? A memory is actually, for something we give to the AI agent to help him remember the information that the system prompt that we give to it. And if a user comes and start asking questions, let's say he asks number 1 question, he gives it, number 2 question, he gives it. So the memory helps the AI to store the information that it was supposed to give to the user. Is that okay? So you need to feed the agent with that memory, and to do that, we can click on here to input the memory, and we can just click on here. Once we click on the memory, you can see that we have a lot of memory. We have MongoDB chat memory, simple memory, and all of this. We need a simple memory. So we click on this first one, and then we are now going to configure it. So to configure it, we just click on it, and then you can just leave it at the connected chat trigger node. It's okay like this. Then the next thing to do is context window length. All right, so what is context window length? Well, context window length is actually, let's say if somebody come and start asking questions, how much is this cost, how much is this cost, the more he asks the question, from how much is this cost to where can I tell the cost, who is the company's leader or company CEO, and also all these questions. So how many lengths of questions should the person actually ask before the person gets the answer, or at least, how will I explain it? So how many number of questions that the person can ask to the AI that can be able to get result, or can be able to get quality result. Sometimes you chat with some AI, you see that once the user has asked like 2 or 3 questions, the AI stop responding. Is because of the count window length. Is that okay? So you can increase this to 20 so that the person can still be asking, can still drop question, but if we choose 10, it means that if the person has dropped questions up to 10, he can't be able to communicate with that AI again. Is that okay? So you can just choose like 20 or 30. Is that okay? So for me, I just choose 10, and I think we are done with this memory, and we are now closing it. Now we now have the memory, and it's now here. The next thing is now to create. Please let me take this to where I can be able to see it correctly. Sorry, I did. Let me return it. Let me just highlight everything and take it to where I can see it clearly. All right, so the next one is now tool. Now we now have to supply the AI agent with enough tools in order to carry out the task. Is that okay? Different tools. If you come to what we are trying to achieve here, you can see that it has all these tools here. Is that okay? We have all these tools here, so we have to supply the tools, and we will add like 3 tools to it, just the way we saw there, even 3 or 4 based on how we'll be moving. So the first tool I want to add is called a code tool. This particular one here, a code tool. Let's click on code tool. Now what is code tool? Code tool actually helps for specificity. Is that okay? Now somebody is asking for cyber security course, for example, from the system prompt you give. So we want the AI to be able to go straight to cyber security, and if he's trying to book a meeting with me, which is the CEO, so it should be able to say, okay, the CEO does not work on weekends, or this is so. The code is actually telling the AI agent how to work specifically to something that is unique. Is that okay? So that's why we are adding the system code. So we can't just say, you can add any description here, so you can give the description. So we can just say use this tool to specific to how will I put it, use this tool to specify unique questions, or just unique how they call unique data. Is that okay? I'll just use unique data. So use this tool to identify or specify unique data. So we just use it like that, and you can put it here. So for this one, we also need to put this JavaScript. So you can change it, but just leave it at JavaScript. Don't put it on Python. Leave it at JavaScript, and we want to put a JavaScript here. So you can just click on here to open the whole JavaScript. Now let me show you the JavaScript that we are going to be using. So I'm also going to be putting the JavaScript in the comment section, but then this is how I actually built this JavaScript. After I had built this system prompt that I showed you, I told the AI agent, write me a JavaScript to add to the code tool of the AI agent. Remember, I am building a chatbot using n8n. So just see what I've just done, and it has given me all this code. So this is the code. So I just click on here to copy. So I just click on here to copy. Once that's copied, the code has been copied. Just come back to the n8n, and then please delete all these ones here. Delete all of them, and then paste that code here. So this is the code here. So I will also put the code in the comment section, but in case I did not put it, of course you should know how to get it. Is that okay? So we can now close it since we have put the code. So the code is here, and everything is okay. You can see that with AI, it's helping us to even do the more AI automation in the simple manner. So we don't have to specify input scheme or anything. Just leave it and then click open it. So we have successfully done the code tool, and the next thing to do is we need to add the second tool. This is just the first tool, right? We need to add the second tool. So the second tool we have here is Google Sheet. All right, so when somebody actually creates fill the form or try to communicate with it, we want it to collect certain details, and this is the details. So go to your Google Sheet and create this form. Is that okay? Create it. I just put my own potential student. Why? Is because I'm using Express Tech. So if you are using the chatbot for, let's say, your business where you sell shoes, you sell clothes, of course you know what to do now. You are selling maybe tech product, you know what to do. You are selling car, real estate, you should know what to do now. Is that okay? So you can now, on the form, you should be able to put the name. You want to collect the name of the potential student, the email, the query. The query means what are they discussing? Is that okay? What the person wants, what is the discussion? Is that okay? The appointment status is, does the person wants to come to our physical office in Abuja, or he wants to talk with us online, that is taking the courses online. And then the buyer type is, do we want, is the student actually a serious student? So we want the AI to even classify based on the conversation. We want it to classify whether that person is a serious person that wants to purchase a course from us or not. So that is it. So just create something like this, and then let's return back to our AI, and then we can now click on here. Let's click on here and add our sheet. So we have created the sheet already, and we can now click on sheet 2. So under the sheet 2, we can now click here and link it directly with the sheet. Is that okay? So we have clicked here. I don't know if it's one. Let's try the first one. If it did not work, we'll try the second one. I mean the one that is directly connected to that my sheet. So I'll click on these two description, leave it here, set automatically. Then this one also should be set like this. Operation status should be it should be append or update rule, so that anytime anybody is chatting with the AI, it should automatically update the sheet. We have been doing this, right? So let me click on here, and then the document, I cannot click on here. Okay, we cannot find the document because I did not choose the right credential. So let me choose the second credential. I will now come here and choose here. So you can now see that the form we created will actually show up here, potential students. We have been doing this, so this should not be new to you. So I'll click on it, and then under the sheet, what sheet number? Of course, I've told you how these things are being determined. We only have sheet 1 here, so it's only sheet 1. That's why it's showing that you, as we have sheet 1, sheet 2, you should be able to have sheet 1, sheet 2 here. So we choose the sheet, and it now gives up all the information that is inside of that sheet. This sheet here, you can see we have email, name, appointee status, all of that. So if you come here, you can see that we have email. So it pulls out the data from that sheet. So we are now going to now map out all these things, but then we don't have, and we have not execute any of this, so we cannot actually map out. So first of all, we need to execute, right? So that we can be able to map out the variables from here to here, so that the AI can now be able to work on behalf of us even when we are not there. That's the reason for the mapping. Is that okay? To do that, we don't actually need to execute anything yet. We need to just put in some expressions. Is that okay? So what I need you to do is click on expressions. We have done this expression of a thing, right? So we have done the expression of a thing. So we want to click on the shift key and then click on our curly bracket twice. Of course, you know that this is what we did the other time. So I wanted to put in a $sign, dollar from AI, dollar from AI. Of course, you can see that it's already here. We pick it, and then it brings us a bracket. You open a bracket for. So we now open how they call quotes. We have open double quotes. All right, so we can now put a double quote, and then we can now type in user email address. All right, and then we can now, you can see of course it's showing us how we should put everything. So we can now put user email address, and the result is execute previous note for preview. So that is that. We just put we can click outside. You can see we have dollar from AI, then we open a bracket, we are user email address. You don't space any of them. Is that okay? Oh, sorry, this one is not user email address, please. This one is user name. So just remove it and then click on name, username. So we have done that. So it now has this username. So once we are done with the name, we cannot do the same for the email. It's still the same formula. So but we still have to come to expression, and then you can now click here and click our double quotes, and then click and put dollar from AI, and then we choose this first one here, and then it gives us this opportunity. So we now put our double quotes and then say user email address, and then if you see the result here, it shows that result undefined. It means that this will not work. Just this one did not give us any issue, so this one will not actually work if we execute it. So but let me see what the problem is. I'll just delete this, and let me see if I can delete. Okay, it does not have anyone at all. So let me click on this, and let me click on here and still put this quote. All right, so we can now see that it's now working. So you can just put only one quote on it. So click on outside, and under query, you want to allow the model to define the parameters. Is that okay? So you don't have to do any of this expression we have been doing. But so click on here, this small, let the model define this parameter. Click on it, and then you can see it define automatically the model. So appointment status, under appointment status, you can leave it like this. Is that okay? But under this, let the model define itself, just add a description, and please type something like let the model define the parameters, and just leave it like that. Is that okay? So we're done with the query, and what is next is appointment status and the buyer type. So under appointment status, we're also going to allow the model to define it. Is that okay? So to define the allow the model to define the appointment status. That, remember what is appointment status? Appointment status is whether you should schedule a meeting with us online or is coming to the office. So all you have to do is click on this, let the model define this parameter, and click on it. And if you click on it, you can see it here. So under add a description, just the way we did for the query, we can now say let the model, right, let the model define the student plan, sorry, I didn't type that student well, the student plan, whether to come to the office or to schedule, okay, schedule a meeting online. Is that online? Is a meeting online. So you are just trying to tell a description of what the AI should use. Let the model define the student's plan, whether to come to the office or not. Is that okay? And then lastly is the buyer type. The buyer type is to analyze their purpose, of course, and also see how it can classify them. Is that okay? So it's still the same thing. We are still going to use let the model define it. So we can now click on add description, and we say let's analyze, or just let's say let the model analyze. Let the model analyze the purpose, or their purpose rather, their purpose, and classify them into serious and unserious students, into serious and unserious student, or serious buyers. Is that okay? So that's what you need to put here. You are just trying to give a clue to the AI so they can be able to do the work for us. Is that okay? All these things we are doing, if we don't actually do them correctly, they will not work at the end, and we're going to test it to see. But just do it the way I've done it, because it will work. So once we are done with this, we can now close it from here. All right, and you can see that we now have our Excel here. Now, if you want the AI to actually book the meeting for you online, because most times, most of the classes we have at Express Tech is online. So let's say you are chatting with the person is, the AI is chatting with the user is chatting with the AI, and let's say the user want to book an appointment with me to talk with me, or let's say the user actually want to take the class online and speak with any of our representatives. So you want the AI to do the work. You don't want to be part of it. You want the AI to be the one to schedule the meeting and do everything, and it will appear on your own email and all of that. So what we need to do is we need to have another tool called Google Calendar. All right, let's add a Google Calendar. So you can see Google Calendar tool. We can now click on it. Remember, we also need to sign in with our Google Calendar, the particular Google Calendar that we will be using. So I will kindly sign it, which is very, very important. So I click on sign in, and I want to choose this first one here. So I'll click on this one here and connect it. This is what we have been doing all throughout this course, so I don't think it should be that hard for you. All right, so let's continue. So I'm trying to sign in and say connection successful. So I cannot click close it. Oh my god, I think I lost what I was trying to do. Let me see. All right, so it has been connected successfully, and all we have to do is we are using this first one. So we have not created anything. In the next class we are going to do all of that. So to description, we want to set automatically events also. So we're also going to leave it at event. All right, so just leave it at event. Operation, leave it at create. Is that okay? Leave it at create to create the event for us. Then the calendar, we are going to choose the email that we actually want that meeting to be hosted on. So I'll choose FMD Dennis, and that is the email, and then asking us what is the start date. Is that okay? What is the start date? So you can actually put, so the start date is supposed to be determined by the AI. Is that okay? So the AI, as he's talking with the person, maybe let's say the person, the AI can ask the person, when are you free to have the meeting with my boss or with us? And the person may choose his time. Is that okay? So we are going to tell the AI to determine the time based on the conversation with any user. Is that okay? So we are going to delete this, but we also, of course, we are still going to use expression. So we are going to click on expression, of course, and then delete this. And then we can now put, of course, put our curly bracket, which is very important. Click on shift key, and then we did not click the expression. Let's click on the expression, and then click here, the double bracket. You can see it. I will now put dollar from AI. Of course, you can see this from AI here. And then we can now click on the center, and we can now say, just put your quotes and say user experience. Start date. Is that okay? Start date. All right, so you can now see the result here is okay with us. So that is that for this one. And then the end date as well, we are going to still use expression. So let's click on expression. So let me click on this and delete this. All right, and then click on expression and click here, and then the curly bracket again, then dollar again from AI. All right, and then here we are also going to put our quotes, and then click on end date. Is that okay? All right, sorry, no, it's not supposed to be separated, so it's supposed to be combined. End date. Is that okay? So you can see that it's okay, and you can see result from previous, so you can click on close. So that is that. You can see that we have filled all of this, but then we are not done yet. Is that okay? Because we want to add attendees. We want to add some fields, and we're going to be adding up to 3 fields. Is that okay? The first one is, let's click on this, and the first one should be attendees. So you can click on attendees, and then you can see what we have here. So now let me show you what to add here. Under attendees, you will likely have to add the email of the person who is supposed to attend. Now when the AI is actually chatting with the user, if the person requests for a meeting, the AI will actually request for the person's email. And the email is what will be used to schedule the meeting with the person. Is that okay? So we are actually going to put the email of that person. And to do that, we're still going to use expression by clicking on this expression here, and then click here, and of course, put our curly bracket, and then you see dollar from AI. Of course, we have been doing this. Put here, and then here you can now click on here, just click on one quote, and then say user email address. Is that okay? And then we are done. That is that. So this is the first attendee. So we can still have more attendees and all of that. So we can add another attendee. So this particular one is anybody, the user that is interacting with that AI, right? But then let's say you have a PA, or you have team members who usually attend meetings with you when you have a client. So you actually want those people to be attending. Remember, the people are not chatting with the AI. It's only the user that is chatting with the AI. So you can actually click on attendee, and then you can actually put the person's email here, right? So you can now add the person's email, right? So let's say I want to add this email. This is one of my email, all right? So ominerata101@gmail.com. gmail.com. So automatically this thing will be sent to him as well, scheduling the meeting with him. Is that okay? So we'll test most of these things. Let's see. You can see this is Ominerata, and we are done. You can add more attendees, more of their emails if you have them, but that means that you'll be having the team members email you're putting with the user that is coming for the meeting. But if you don't have any secretary or nobody's attending a meeting with you, no need to add too many attendees. Only the user and you. Of course, your email that is used in creating this n8n will automatically be the person attending the meeting. Is that okay? So you'll be notified on your email or Google Calendar. So let's add another field. Another field is, we can add a summary. Let's add summary, and under the summary we want the AI to give us the summary of that meeting, because the AI is actually going to attend the meeting. So we want it to give us the summary of everything. All right, so we can now come here, of course, and click on expression. We are still going to use expression, and then click on the curly bracket and click on it, and of course we are going to put in dollar from AI. We have been doing this, so you should know how to do it by now. Then I'll click a quote, and then put summary. Is that okay? Summary, and then that's all. So just put it here and we are done. So these are all the things that you need to do. Is that okay? So with this, I think we are completely done with it. But then we need to actually test run everything. Now, the way these things are, they are like this, is not how everything is supposed to be running. Is that okay? This is not how, this is not the order at which the AI agent will follow. The agent will actually follow this thing based on what the user is. If the user did not request for a meeting, it means that this Google Calendar will not be active. All right, so it only works based on what the user is. The AI determines which steps to follow. It is not working according to what you. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I mean that the agent will not work serially like this. It depends on the communication with the user that will determine which one here will be used. Is that okay? If the person does not request for a meeting, that means that Google Calendar will not be used. Is that okay? Now let's test run all of these things. To test it, we will now have to click on Open Chat, and it has Open Chat with us. So I will come here, I will just say hi. All right, so it's supposed to give us hi. You can see that the agent is already giving us workflow executed, and you can see that we are having hi here. All right, simple, everything is successful in 10 seconds, and everything here is say, can I assist you? So let's look at what the agent said. He said, hello, welcome to Express Tech Academy. How can I assist you today? Are you interested in any of the digital products? Now, when I say hi, you can see that the ChatGPT was executed, the memory was also executed. Why? Because the memory has to recall what the information I gave to him from that system prompts in order to say hello Express Tech. Is that okay? So you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4 are working, and then this one are not yet working. Is that okay? Now let's still proceed and still see. Let's say I want to take a course on cyber security. All right, so just there, I want to take a course on cyber security, and I click on enter. You can see how it's moving, and this one is being executed, this one is being executed. The course, let's scroll down and say welcome to Express Tech. How do we help you? Let's see. I need to expand this so that you can be able to see this clearly. But let me see the answer to that. I want to take a course on cybersecurity, and say great choice. Cybersecurity is a crucial and in-demand skill in today's digital world. At Express Tech, about cybersecurity, blah blah blah. You can just keep talking with the AI, and the AI will actually be fixing all that. But remember, your information the information I give it to the AI must be authentic. Please, if the AI does not know about your business, it will misinform the user. Is that okay? So I want this email to work, this Google Calendar to work, so that I can be able to show you something. So I say I want a meeting with the CEO. All right, so I can click on OK, and let's see how it's moving. It's still moving, and I say I can help arrange a meeting with the CEO. Could you please provide your email address? All right, so I'll now click on FMD Dennis, and then it's at Gmail. All right, at gmail.com. All right, click on enter, and it's still going. So let's see. All right, so it said, thank you for providing your email. Could you please share your full name? My full name is Dennis, let's say Dennis Brain. You can just give you your full name. I'm representing as the user. All right, so you can see how it's going. All right, say, hi, thanks, Dennis. Could you please tell me the purpose of the meeting with the CEO? I want to talk to him. Talk to him about, about cybersecurity course. Is that okay? I click on OK, and let's see. It's still, of course, you can see that it's moving. I actually want this to be executed to see if it's working. That's why I keep doing this. All right, got it, Dennis. Please let me know your preferred date of time for the meeting with the CEO. I could say Friday. Today is 19th. So I'll say, no, I'll just say Monday, or let's say 20th June. Is this June? Yes, this is June 2026, and I click on OK. Now let's see. On the 20th of June 2026, and I'll just say, thank you, Dennis. What time of the meeting will be suit for you? I choose 9 a.m. and I click on OK. Let's go. I love what you just did. So if you do it like this, it will work for you. Let's keep proceeding. He said, it seems I had a little trouble scheduling your meeting. Let me confirm again. You want the meeting on the CEO, the meeting, so on online Abuja. I want the meeting online. I want the meeting online. So I didn't tell the agent that I want the meeting online. So I want you to say, I want the meeting online. Okay, if you need any further, say your online meeting with the CEO to discuss the cybersecurity is scheduled for 20th June. You can see that it has been scheduled. You will receive an invite via your email. So, okay, now let me come back to my email and see if this will actually be here. So let me click here. I click here and go to my Google Calendar. Where's my calendar? Click on here. I should be able to have that on the 20th. Is that okay? So let the Google Calendar opens. And I will see, I should be able to, because it was supposed to be automatically sent to your Google Calendar, right? Let's close it. This is 19th. This is supposed to show here. I put FMD Dennis. So let me click on 20th. You can see meeting with Bola. Okay, no, not this one. Online meeting. Okay, see it here. On the 20th, when I click on the 20th, you can see online meeting with CEO about security costs, 9 a.m. Is that okay? So this is how to build your automation. And lastly, let me show you something, because you can see that what we are building here will actually work online, right? So for them, it's currently working. See here, see the green tick. It shows that this one has also been executed. So if we need the data, you can also tell them, I need the data of this person, and this will also be executed. Is that okay? Now, what we need again to do is that you see this thing is working only here. Is that okay? So we need to work it outside of here. Is that okay? We are copying the link to paste somewhere in our website somewhere for now for this thing to work. So let's come back to an on-chat message. Click on it, and this is the message. Let's copy it. Let's come here, and then let's paste the link, and then click on enter. So it's showing, okay, it's not working. Why? Of course, we did that from the second day. It means that we did not publish this, our work. Is that okay? So let's go back and publish this work. So let's click on publish and click on publish our work. If the work is not published, it will not. Is that okay? So let's come back here again and then refresh it and see that it will now be working. So if I try to say hi, you can say hello, welcome to Express Tech. How much I want, or let's say I want video editing course. Is that okay? So you can see that it's now working. Is that okay? So sometimes you need your own paid API keys in order for this to work, but this one is working because of the free trial that we have. And if the free trial has finished, it means that these API keys will expire and you need to buy it. Is that okay? So that's what it is. So of course you can see that it's now working. So when you put this link in your website or anywhere and somebody comes and starts executing, the answers is now working. Thank you so much. Please kindly help me subscribe to the channel. I will see you in day 8.